The train headed for Sunset City will be departing soon.
So real quick, I see you in the chat there, Mr. Krabs, saying, sadly, I can't do Super Chat. You'll have to save money, but I will enjoy the dream. It was only a matter of time, Mr. Krabs, with how fucking generous you've been over the years. I'm
Absolutely.
surprised you're not fucking bankrupt. So thank you, Mr. Krabs. But okay, Penguin, why don't you introduce us?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunset City, the Sonic podcast for the modern and classic age. Today, I am First Penguin, and we got with us Channel Dog
Sup? How are you doing?
and Ian Waffles.
Hello.
So how are we doing this today, Pup? Like, where do you want to start?
This is the most difficult part, right? Is after you get done introducing, and there's just that little bit of dead air where it's like, wait, now what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like,
Well, the next step is the housekeeping. This is the part where we say that any super chats are appreciated. They are read out at the end of the show. And then you name the patrons in the Bat Enjoyer tier from our Patreon. So you remember those ones, right, Penguin? Off you go.
Oh,
Definitely off the top of his head, right?
no, I don't.
Well, just
Dang.
give it a go. Give it a go. Just try and remember. Come on. How about I help you out a little bit? My gray. No?
No,
Bread? Bread? I'll give you a clue. Bread?
my bread. Hope you do this.
My bread. Oh god. Oh no. Okay.
We're off to a great start.
Oh boy. My bread. Okay. Okay.
My bread.
All right. We got My Great Rolls, Ven 101, Aiden Fitzgerald, Stardust Chaos, Crimson Rose, Mr. SP, and KB. All right. Now you repeat that back to me.
Sorry, I was looking away for a second.
Looking away from your voice.
Yeah, you're looking
From your
away
voice,
from the
yeah.
audio. No, come on.
I can't remember all that.
Speak up. I'm wearing the towel.
I'm wearing a towel right now. Speak up.
Okay, we'll leave it be. We'll leave it be. Okay.
Yeah. Put me on the
Alright.
spot like that. Can you believe this guy?
Well, I just wanted to see if you could do it, you know? I wanted to see if you'd at least try, you know? My bread.
I didn't know where I was supposed to look at. I'm wearing a towel. That's the issue.
No, it's just funny. That's just really fucking funny. Alright, okay, well, today we will be discussing Sonic characters that we like, that we think deserve a bit more love. However, before we do that, we do have a few news topics to read through and stuff, and just kind of discuss. Because there are some interesting details coming out in the recent weeks. That, and also, we're awaiting another potential guest for the section with the characters, so we'll leave it be for the time being. But okay. For now, Sega Sammy's fiscal report released.
Oh boy, and
Yes,
it did it.
Yes, it did. And
Someone's excited.
there was a whole little section about their free-to-play content performance. Yes, there was. Yes, there was. And cited in there was, as like a bad performer, was Sonic Rumble. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Surprise, shock, and awe. Oh my god.
That's what happens when you deny me from the creator program twice, Vanessa.
I knew it had to come to that.
I mean, it's not like they talk much in the creator Discord either, to be honest with you.
Penguin, you're in the creator program. Why don't you tell us all about how great it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really good that everyone everyone is competing to who can be the biggest shill for the game. Like that's a really cool feature having
They've
it.
literally introduced like a scoreboard system, which is crazy.
Yeah, I'm in the bronze tier, would you believe? Because I don't stream this game 24/7 of my like entire life.
You're also not Sam Procrastinates.
Yeah, I'm not Sam Procrastinates. So
And I'm not saying that with any disrespect, but it's quite obvious who's going to benefit from that. Like,
no, I don't even know if Sam is even in that creator. I mean,
he
there's so many people in it though. Like, I mean, you've heard this from Dave. There's so many people in the program, and it just like once it went from like the old like Rovio team to like the new like I mean I think it's literally just one guy right now who's like keeping in touch with like the creator Discord and then giving the information
budget
to
cuts.
yeah, budget. Yeah, it really does.
Dude now.
It's like yeah, it's one dude from like I think Sega of Japan. So and like I said, they barely say much. The only time they ever did say anything recently was obviously when everybody in the Discord was talking about these financials and what it means. I mean, they're still saying like everything's fine and stuff, and they did give us a little teaser. They gave us a little teaser for what's to come, which we can say because like it's all on Twitter now. It was Jamal and Marine.
I'm not gonna lie though.
After and he just said this summer.
After ML, I could barely give a fuck about that cancellation prize of a robot now. Like we got the OG here, you know. But sure, I do like Marine.
Though. Oh, again, Marine.
Is she in the pose? In her render, is she doing the pose?
I mean, I can just send you the render. Like, I can't.
I need to see it. She must be doing the Marine pose. You know the one.
You can't tell. You can just tell that it's her.
Really? Is it not obvious?
There you go.
Yeah, like, because
it's in the bounce back.
Dick's out for sticks and all, but Marine also is. Okay, it's a teaser picture.
Yeah.
So you can't truly tell if she's doing the pose.
It doesn't look like she is because I can definitely see her arm there. So
you can see her arm and it's pointed down. The thing is, she's doing a little twisty in her OG pose. So I don't know, but maybe they listened. Maybe they were like, Marine needs a new pose.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really like. Look, I'll be grateful that I even got into the creator program because, like, I still like I'm a very small.
You are, aren't you? You're tiny.
Content creator,
downright insignificant.
And yeah, which is why it's wild that Pup didn't get in it. But it just I don't know, but it's like I'm just aping what Dave said. It just feels like an affiliate program at this point rather than a true content creator program. We don't get anything like ahead of time. In fact, that was another thing when they were announced the adventure stuff like Chaos and Takal. Most of the people in that Discord server found out through Twitter at the same time everyone else did.
So yeah, because it was meant to be like one of the benefits was meant to be that you'd get like early info. I'm getting this from Dave's video because Dave Aced, he's in the chat here. He's not listening clearly. The bitch.
Everyone watches video.
He's done a video on the creator program, and like on top of the best pig board at their animal farm, they've also got shit. They were also supposed to offer like early info to creators so that they could get ahead and maximize the content and timing and stuff like that. But yeah, you find out the same day as everyone else does, from what I've heard in Dave's video. So yeah, Frank, get the fuck out of here. Finish your video like you said you were gonna, you bitch. All right. So yeah, that's stuff that is apparently, this is secondhand information. I just want to say this, these aren't truly my words, but these are things that I heard from Dave's video, and Dave is in the creator program. Dave knows better than I do. So what do I do when it comes to Dave? I listen. Sometimes.
I got one more thing to say. There is someone in the creator program who is actively getting data mine leaks and reporting about them.
Yep, this was mentioned too. Yeah.
I don't know anymore. I don't know.
You done. Yeah. So what do you think did it? Like, what do you think is the key reason for Sonic Rumble's weak performance?
I mean, prices, right? Like the red star rings, the amount of how many event passes do we get on top of the battle pass already? Like having to pay an extra $9, possibly if you want the premium pass, £18.
Yeah.
They've tried to mitigate some of this by lowering the red star ring requirements, but I don't know. I
don't think it was that. I think what they did. I mean, they lowered it marginally. Like before, it was insane. Now it's just a little bit mentally ill. No, I wouldn't even say a little bit. Now it is just incredibly mentally ill. But before, it was certifiable. And they've made it so that you've got more opportunities to get red rings. But it's still just not quite enough. It's still I need to bridge the gap a little bit. And it's no, this sucks. And the only time I really
the collabs as well have been very you start off with Godzilla and Sonic movie. Those are pretty good collabs, and then you immediately go into Smurfs and Care Bears.
The thing is, I think those, at least in the case of Care Bears, I think that was more aimed at the nostalgia crowd than it was kids, because they were using their 80s designs, and they have since changed. However, I think the thing is, I said this in my own video about Sonic Rumble and where that's at. I think that central gameplay loop of the game, was only really half out of the marble. And then they started really building all over it and stuff, and just constantly adding more. And it's okay, collabs aren't going to fix this. New tracks aren't going to fix this. You know what's going to fix this? Speed. Actual speed. Because look at Sonic Dash.
Have a mod for that.
Look at Sonic Dash. That's a fast game. It's very popular.
Yeah.
Sonic Forces Speed Battle. It's a fast game, and it's very popular. Sonic Rumble is not performing despite being way bigger than either of those games in scope. But those two games give you the speed. That's what is missing here. It just needed high-speed gameplay, because speed is addictive. Speed is fucking addictive, right? And they know that. That is how Sonic is a thing, with the exception of his incredible design. So why would Sonic Rumble be a slow game?
Well, the thing that seems to me is that a lot of times with these phone games or these party games, think Fall Guys. The reason people still remember Fall Guys, even if no one's playing it as much anymore, is that it's very funny. The whole concept is just clumsy, the actor the actor just existing in the game is memeable and funny and silly. And so when you get a bunch of other people, and it's you're the joke is almost you're trying to win, but the controls are fighting you. So you also have to be good at that and stuff. The designs are just they stand out very easily. You can slap anything on them. Whereas what's there to be memeable? Not they have to make a meme out of it, but what's there to care about or be memorable as a phone game than any other phone game, other than that Sonic's in it? But who cares if it's not
also,
fast? Like you said.
Real quick, no, I am not being put on blast for saying a Sonic game should be fast. We're not doing this, guys. I'm aware it's a Fall Guys clone, but here's the thing: Fall Guys is physics-based. The characters wobble, they're clumsy, it has a gimmick to its movement. Sonic Rumble doesn't have a gimmick. They just move. You press forward, they go forward. Press left, they go left.
That's the better word I was looking for.
There's no special movement gimmick, and if they wanted to make it into a Sonic game, you could have had it so that they move faster. Think a giant multiplayer sort of Marble Blast game, effectively. and make that kind of your Rumble. It's a Rumble game, but with pinball physics and stuff. And I know this makes me sound like a 90s kid, but I just think that has endless potential. And it's just like, why is it this? Why is that what the game is? And they've just built on top of that.
Yeah. I was going to say, there is a game that is like similar to Fall Guys that I play, and I'm like, this feels more like a Sonic Fall Guys game than Sonic.
Oh, I think I know what you're going to say, right?
Penguin.
Yeah, I saw some gameplay of that, and I was like, oh, that is so much better than Sonic Rumble. Like,
because you do home attacks, and you like the home attacks will actually like bounce off like whoever you know you're attacking, and it will not only give you a speed boost, but like get you to a new route. And I'm like, this is Sonic.
Yeah,
it's like
that's what Sonic Rumble should have been. And then you can combine that with the toy aesthetic and stuff. The thing is, I feel kind of stupid because I was one of the people saying that Sonic Rumble was ready to release. And that was under the thought that it was going to be quite small and stuff. I don't know, I guess I just didn't get it when I first played it and thought, yeah, the gameplay feels fine. There are areas where they work speed into it. But like now that we're further down the line, I'm like, this isn't enough. Like, there's nothing to this movement that keeps me wanting to come back. With Fall Guys,
I mean,
they're at least clumsy,
controversial.
you know? Like,
controversial. When we first played Sonic Rumble, there was no skills in the game. Then they added skills, and that created a whole bit of trouble. That also kind of, not only was there something else that delayed the game from releasing for a while, but that also kind of became a bit of a headache for them to deal with. And I still personally, I don't really use the skills that much. You could have just put them as part of the normal moveset. If anything, I usually just use air dash or like, you know, like there's like 2 skills in the game that I usually use, and you could probably have just put them to a button.
I remember first playing Sonic Rumble, and you're in Green Hill Zone. And at the start of that level is this massive hill. Really is a Green Hill Zone. And I was just thinking, like, how cool would it be if you could roll down this? Like, if that was, like, part of, like, how you race is getting, like, the best angle on that, not getting stopped by anyone, you sort of roll down that. And then you come out the other end, and then you do a little run and stuff. But no, they slide down on their tushies. And it's just like, oh, this could have been a roll. Like, I'm just thinking about, like, you have Sonic gameplay here. You have Sonic. You've got, like, you know, this is, to all intents and purposes, a Sonic level. Why would I want to slide down this? Why would I not want to roll down this, you know?
I wonder if part of that is just like, how would it make sense for like all these collabs? Maybe that was their thought process, but
you make a ball and you make it the color of them. There you go.
Yeah. You can just do that. Yeah, you put it like a
by the
switch
way,
yeah.
and then people play the game and they go, "Holy shit, Godzilla doing a spin dash!" Retweet.
yeah.
It's the easiest thing.
Like that's like all anyone wanted with like Crossworlds was to see like SpongeBob on an extreme gear. Like people don't want much. Like if they see
True.
if they see Homer Simpson pulling off a spin dash, they're gonna want to play it. You know you want that, Penguin. You want that.
Yes,
I
do.
Yeah,
I do.
exactly.
Again, it's just one of those things where like there's nothing to this game that you should care about outside of if you're already interested in it, like if you know the mechanics. But when are you ever gonna like sell a random like normie on like, guys, you gotta get this phone game that has 1 million microtransactions? It has like decent mechanics for like a phone game. Like who cares?
And not only that, you can have 25 people on your friend list, and
guys.
that's it.
Yeah, but if you want to like do Fall Guys, you say, dude, what if it was like those little funny games they play on TV where they like run across obstacle courses, but like you're like an inflatable tube man and you're all bumping into each other and trying not to die. That's funny. That's a cool idea. That made me play it. I have never touched Sonic Rumble because why would I want to play a crappy Sonic game on my phone and pay money for it when I could just play a Sonic game that's good, has Sonic in it, and has Sonic things in it? Crazy. You know, like it's not that hard.
A lot of like Crossworlds is kind of like chaotic vibe is also put there in the advertisement. Like, yeah, when you first play Crossworlds, you might be a little bit upset by the fact that you went from 1st to 12th in a fraction of a second right at the end of a lap. But here's the thing is, Crossworlds is kind of so deeply unserious. It is like the Fall Guys of racing games. Like, it's a ridiculously slapsticky game. Rumble doesn't have any of that kind of identity. It's just, they're here. Here they are.
Well, and by the way, the Crossworlds and its own mistake is the fact that they can't have the voices. So it's only really fun for most people when it's like the week of SpongeBob is here. But if SpongeBob had his voice and he was going yeah when he like beats Hatsune Miku and Godzilla or whoever is going to be in the game, right? Then that would be a meme and that would be a funny thing you could share. But for now, because of whatever dumb contract thing they've had signed or whatever, or money they want to save, you don't get those memes anymore. People laugh at the fact that SpongeBob is in it for the week it comes out, and then we move on. And okay, Rumble, it's like even worse, where it's just people being like, well, Godzilla's in it. I guess that's neat. Goodbye.
Well, it gets better. Picture this. Sonic Rumble has a spin dash. Sonic Rumble has a SpongeBob crossover. SpongeBob revs up a spin dash, and as he does it, he's going like he does his little laugh instead of the spin dash sound effect. And then you could have Peter Griffin, and he goes as he's revving up his spin dash. Like,
that would be great.
This could be great, yeah. Mark Hamill's Joker, and he starts laughing while he's spin dashing. These already alone, just clips of this shit would break the internet.
Yeah. And again, it's not even about like, oh, you got to make it meme, you got to make it for the Gen Alpha babies or whatever. It's like, no, this is just very basic, like having something that's fun. The whole point of your game is that you want me to spend a bunch of money on your phone app or whatever to buy useless skins. So if you want me to do that, give me a reason to care. Otherwise, no. And I'm never going to think about your dumb game again. So.
Giorno even makes a good point here, saying Sonic Speed Sim probably more appealing to normies than Sonic Rumble. If I'm not mistaken, Sonic Speed Sim is a huge hit, right? Like,
oh yeah, people love that. Yeah. They're always getting updates and always getting like new levels and things like that. Yeah, go ahead.
Clue is in the name. Speed. People want the children yearn for speed. Like,
though I will say, because we need to address the elephant in the room with Speed Sim, that also has a lot of these microtransactions.
But kind it's working. If here's the thing, I'm against this on every level, right? I am 100% with you that it is,
but if you're gonna
just
be evil,
as bad, if not worse. But yeah, like as Ian says, it's working at least. There are people actually buying that shit because they get to engage in a fun gameplay loop, which is just run in places. That is all Speed Sim is you just run some places and collect some shit. It is so basic, but because of the speeds that you can unlock, and thereby the thrills that you can unlock, it fucking works. It's the speed. It really is the speed.
Indeed. But yeah, I mean, so Pup, I have a question for you, because obviously, like, you covered a lot of the kind of like the storyline of this game's development and how like they kept holding it back and holding it back and holding it back. Do you think that also hurt it in the long run of just how much people like eventually when it came out, it's just like, okay, I guess it's finally out, I'll try it. Do you think that had anything to do with it?
There was a weird little cycle, actually, because I had my own little arc within this. Because at first, like, when the game got, like, its first delay, I saw people saying, oh, I think I'm losing interest, and it's like, yeah, okay, Blue Streak 97 with your Sonic profile pic. I'll bet you're really not gonna play this free-to-play game once it's out, because you just lost interest. But the thing is, like, by delay number 2, I was like, okay, it needs to come out at least in the next month or something. But then, what was just wacky was I was playing it. Because I was playing it, like, via, like, a Netherlands VPN. And they were like, oh, we need to delay it to add the skills. And then one day later, the skills were added. And I guess they wanted to just see how that was going. But the thing is, so I liked the skills because they at least added a little bit of Sonicism to the game. Like, you could at least see Sonic do a little run. He does have a spin dash. It doesn't work like a regular spin dash, but like it works more like a Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric spin dash. But like, yeah, it's by that point it was clear that they wanted to up the scale. And this is the thing. Things like that lower speed and stuff I could kind of overlook much more easily in that much smaller scale version where it was like, oh, it's just a cute little party game. But like now that we're adding like illusions to speed, why the fuck are they not running faster than this? Like, it wouldn't even break it that much. Have it so that their base run speed is what they have in the game, but the more you manage to hold forward, the faster they go. It's like we worked this out back in 1991 or something.
Indeed. Ah, boy. But yeah, I mean, I guess the good news is, right, is that they didn't lay off a bunch of people. They just moved them to something else.
Yeah, from what I
Yes.
understand, yes.
Yeah.
And
They
from-
moved them on various like different projects that they're working on.
yeah,
and stuff like that. So
over
Yeah.
100 employees were moved to like mainline release, and this probably likely includes Sonic. So it's like, Sonic Rumble, like, even despite like my misgivings about the gameplay, it does have some good level ideas and stuff. It does have some cool like there's
dude, I like the Wonderland theme that they just added not too long ago. That was like cool to see in a Sonic game.
I didn't see that, but I will say, like, for what Sonic Rumble does have going for it, it has the best versions of some of the Sonic Colors stages, in my opinion. Like, I think it has the best version of Planet Wisp, because it's like all 3D and shit. And I think, God, if I could just run a bit faster, or at least elude to speed, this would be a great level. I think
Sweet
it has
Mountain really takes like the
sweet
whole
thing
food
and
aesthetic
yeah,
to
like
its max potential.
that's the thing with a lot of Sonic Colors stages in the original game, is like you'd have a bit of spectacle in like the outer region of it. So you'd be like in the outer region of Sweet Mountain or Planet Wisp or whatever, and it's all luscious and it's beautiful. But then after 30 seconds, it's now 2D and you're in a grey construction center thing. And this is like the way it is for like every level. Sonic Rumble doesn't really have that issue. Granted, its levels are probably a lot smaller and, but it has the best version of Starlight Carnival as well, because Starlight Carnival once again suffers from, we're doing a quick step section outside and it looks all beautiful, and now we're in a grey mechanical area and we're doing 2D block platforming. Sonic Rumble has no such issue. The issue is just that there's no fucking speed there. But I would say that, yeah, Sonic Rumble does have the best versions of the Sonic Colors stages. Sonic Lost World as well. I'd take it over Sonic Lost World.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, and it also has very good music, so.
Oh, yeah, no, like, part of what I say about it having the best versions of Colors things, that goes double
just
for
that
the
general,
music.
well.
Yeah, that goes double.
Okay.
Like, I think the Sweet Mountain remix, it's bigger and brassier than ever before, but now there's also, like, much more emphasis on the electric guitar. It just hits really hard. I love the very brassy take on fucking Planet Wisp. It's got my favorite remix of Planet Wisp. Especially where you can hear, like, the clarinets and the saxophones and shit. It's absolutely gorgeous. Like, God, that soundtrack is good.
Even like Lost World got like a really good remix, like Desert Ruins, which was already kind of a banger, like one of the few bangers from Lost World. Like,
I think Lost World's soundtrack, to be fair,
so much better.
Thought was consistent. It's just, it didn't. There's a slight grit to Sonic music. I don't know how to explain it, but it was just kind of missing. It felt too soft for Sonic. But with
but like the Desert Ruins remixes,
well, yeah, I was about to say, just, backing up with the big brass band and stuff like that immediately adds a little bit of that punch to it, Like, they're a bit more high energy than the originals. So, yeah, I just love that they went for a brass-themed soundtrack. It's a really strong soundtrack.
Indeed. There you go. But yeah, I mean, hopefully the game is able to, pull itself back up. But I like you said, Pup, I think just adding in the speed would do it a lot of favors. And it would just be something where it's fun to be like, oh man, I love this game because it's just always so fast paced. You're always getting into a new game. Just stuff like that. So they just need their gimmick. I don't want to say meme or whatever. But
I
like
genuinely
they need a gimmick to sell it on.
It could be as simple as just add momentum to the game. And if the characters fly off the course, consider that part of the fun. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
And let me see Homer Simpson do a spin dash. put the Simpsons in it. Okay.
I'll put them in Crossworlds. It'll be funny.
So last week we kind of discussed how Sonic Frontiers was getting a price drop, and how it also had its Steam page changed and stuff. Seeing this as a potential signaling in of that fabled definitive edition. Well, that might be a little bit debunked potentially by this news, but yeah, Sonic Superstars has now been given a permanent discount.
Which is really funny after the past few days.
Yes.
We've really been going in on that game.
Yeah, on my streams lately on my own channel, we've been cooking that game a new one left and right.
Well,
every 2D Sonic thing we've played, we've been like, see, why can't Superstars just do that? You know, like it has become an absolute punching bag to the extent where I even played Trip Story because I thought that Sonic Mania Mega Mix gave me too good of a time and I needed to be brought back down to earth. So I played a bit of Trip Story. How am I not supposed to compare these when the fan game is so much fucking better? Like, it's so difficult, man. Like, but okay. Yeah, Sonic Super. I reckon it was because they heard our roast. They were like, oh man, I feel kind of bad about myself right now.
I mean, obviously.
It was that final bit of tough love they needed, you know? It's like, no one's buying your stupid game for $60. It's too shit. It was
also to spite Tom Topics, I guess, as well. So in a cruel,
that cruel cosmic sense. Because Tom Topics is Sonic Superstars' #1 defender. You cannot criticize it to him. You cannot.
But Sonic Superstars wasn't the only thing that's getting a permanent price drop as well. Like it seems like Sega's just going around with a bunch of old games, like I guess Like a Dragon Ishin and Lost Judgment from RGG Studios are also getting price drops. So
I'm thinking Sonic Superstars Definitive Edition then.
They won't do that. They're gonna leave that game. That game got left out to dry.
Also, I gotta put this to bed. Winter Rain, you do not get not chosen for a creator program because you criticize the products. Otherwise, they'd have no one in there. And like they're adults. The people running these creator programs aren't holding their prized copy of Sonic Superstars and weeping that I criticized it.
I can let you know this right now. There are people in the creator Discord that have criticized the game. And stuff like this, you know, it does get noticed. So I don't know. You can't just be like, oh yes, please, gouge out my money even more, please, thank you. Like, you know.
Sonic Superstars Definitive Edition featuring playable classic Shadow, $69.99 USD, says Charles Champ, 98.28. Yeah, like they actually put in an actual classic, or they get around it by calling it Sonic 3 Movie Shadow, and it's the one from the end credits of the Sonic 3 movie.
And will it just be his skin, not the actual version? Like the classic Sonic skin?
No, include that too. But I was going to say, include the Shadow model from the end of Sonic 3, the Sonic 3 credits, where it's like a fighter's version. In fact, just for being a dickhead, add in all of the fighters' characters as skins. Make it so I can toggle Fang as well.
Add Lego Shadow as well. Make it a skin for Sonic.
Also, fix the fucking soundtrack. Fix the fucking bosses. Fix the fucking level design. Fix the fucking art direction. Fix just everything.
God, we're really coming across as hateful.
No, that's the thing I find extra funny is, why the fuck are we talking about a Sonic Superstars Definitive Edition? Like it's ever gonna happen just based on a price drop.
Well, that was the part that was funny to me, was the price drop was kind of used to say like, oh, maybe the definitive edition is happening all around. And then there was a price drop, I forget, on a different game. And then the Superstars one happened, and there was like this meme coming out where it's like everyone was, you know, thinking there was going to be a Frontiers edition for the Steam, but no, it was Superstars.
Imagine
because of the price drop.
Sonic Superstars Definitive Edition has like a Coco skin in it or something, and then Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition has Amy in an IHOP uniform. And that's just all there is. That's just all it is.
Maybe right now, Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition feels like the Blue Spheres edition because I feel like I'm getting blue balled by this game quite a lot right now.
Fix what in the level design? I don't know. Make it as deep as it was in Mania and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Not so shallow with the level fielding. Make it so that if I jump from one plane of existence to another, I don't risk falling into a bottomless pit because they forgot to put any level there to catch me. And then, I don't know, just rely less on bullshit gimmicks and bullshit enemy placement and bullshit spike placement. Sonic games are above bottomless pits. I'm just going to say that. They should... Anytime you're making a Sonic game and you think, oh, I'm going to put a bottomless pit there, don't. Put some spikes there or something. But it doesn't have to be a bottomless pit.
Indeed.
Yeah. But yeah, Sonic Superstars had a prize drop. This is about the point where I think we should get into our main topic. But our friend is still not here yet, but I do have a message. Oh, I do have a message saying my body is ready. Okay, sweet. Let's get him in.
Beautiful. Who could it be?
Yeah, who could it be? Oh, I'm sending him the instructions as to entering. Ooh, he will be here soon. Ooh, do I even have his Discord reactive image set up? I don't know. I don't actually think I have it set up. But we gotta set it up on the show. How long can I fucking keep this up? Hurry up. Fucking hell, bitch. You have the instructions. The suspense. I'm gonna stop doing this. He'll be here when he's here. So, what's going on, everybody?
Do we want to explain? Or are we
Should
gonna
we collect those rings?
I thought we could announce it when he's here.
Okay, it's fine.
I don't think this is going to be quick. This isn't going to be a quick process. Is he still in the server, or did he leave afterwards? Oh my god, I don't even think he's in the server. Okay, right.
Oh my god.
Despite the fact he's been here before.
Immediately left. All right,
Embarrassing.
Top 5 favorite Sonic signposts. Go.
Sonic. The Sonic signpost.
I do like that one. From which game?
Probably the Sonic 2 one, because he doesn't come out of the signpost. Like, that freaks me out. I don't really like the Generations one, because the way classic Sonic comes out the signpost, it reminds me of the Fat Albert movie, and I don't like that.
To quote the criminals in Arkham, he's here.
Oh baby,
Sorry.
Time.
Hello, who is that?
Whoa.
It's me.
Whoa.
It's Lower. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Let me get your Discord reactive set up and get a seat for you.
Blessed.
All right. Today, we are discussing the animals in Sonic, or human characters as well can count, that we think deserve more love, appreciation, affection, whatever you choose. So why don't you start us off, Lowett?
Oh man. This is the characters we like? Hog characters?
Characters that hog people.
The premise is basically who's a Sonic character who you think is underappreciated or undervalued by the Sonic community for whatever reason. It could even be a popular Sonic character, but you have a specific thing about them that you think is underrated or underappreciated. So
I need Silver to be part of a game that isn't, I need him to be part of a story that I care about. I would appreciate that. That would be fun.
Agreed.
And his gameplay should be able to be very cool and reactive, because that's part of the fun of the games, is how much you're interacting with the settings and the obstacles and kind of the, I don't know, just the way you can play around with that you don't usually do in other platformers. And it feels like he should be a slam dunk. I see why they did that. And then you go and play it, and you go and play Project 06, and you're like, what do you mean? It's good. No, go back to the actual game. Oops.
Yeah.
To
I feel
be-
like Silver
Oh,
would work pretty well in the Frontiers kind of like play style.
I gotta
Oh, yeah,
challenge
like,
that.
oh.
I thought Silver was fun in 06. He didn't have that speed appeal though, but like I think if you just sped him up a bit, he's not far off.
That's a
Oh,
different
and
game.
I think some of the ideas were solid. They went for something incredibly very ambitious. So I can appreciate it. But like I don't know, like most things with that game, at least to me, you can kind of tell that it's like we had good ideas
Yeah.
and we got absolutely boned in terms of being able to finish them and do them properly.
Sure.
You know, I do genuinely think Silver. They should give him a try in the open world setup from Frontiers, because like
100%.
I feel like his combat would like there's so many cool things you could probably take from his combat. You know, the puzzles in the open zone. You can do some really cool stuff with the physics there. Like,
You could make him feel
Yeah.
insanely powerful if you wanted. Like, you could have it so it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, dude, I literally pressed Y while holding down R2, and he just, like, used his psychokinesis to pull several cars and just feed them to Iblis or some shit. Like, just let me see him do the most raw shit at, like, the touch of a button.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah, but I guess in
Yeah.
terms of gameplay, that's always the one I think of where it's like, I don't really care too much about him as far as the game stories go. But they could make me care, and there's lots of cool ideas, and just gameplay wise, it feels like he's very unique and could do a lot of stuff.
100%.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Penguin. Penguin, you lovely purple Thanksgiving turkey, you. What is your first pick?
You have to make it weird. All right. I guess I mean I know this character is liked by some, but and this is going to be very predictable. But Jet the Hawk. I want to see him in more stuff outside of
Turkey likes
just
turkeys,
racing
I
game.
see. You got a thing for birds.
Shut up, bud. I just like my loud, annoying green bird.
Fucking
All right.
feathers.
Chat, do you see what I mean? He makes it weird.
I don't know. Jet the Hawk also kind of made it weird in Crossworld sometimes. So maybe this is like spiritually connected and good.
Oh, actually, I just realized you
Maybe.
guys haven't actually met, have you? Penguin, this is Loat. He does a lot of great videos on things like Archie Sonic and other such great things. Loat, this is Penguin. He's like a crazy fucking good animator. And
awesome.
does like the hand drawn and all that. It's tremendous.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Now, Keith.
Again.
I love turkeys, yay!
No. But yeah, no. In regards to Jet, I don't know. Like, I've always found him a very like funny character. And I don't know. I kind of want to see the rivalry of him and Sonic a bit more than we usually do, because it's always Sonic and Shadow, and like Sonic has more rivals than just Shadow. And I mean, I brought this up in the past, but like, if they did like another Frontiers game, have Jet be like some sort of open zone time trial thing, like just make him part of the main line games. Like he doesn't have to be just spin-off focused all the time. I really like that stupid loud bird. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, hell yeah. See, I told you, Ian, we'd need more than two. Go ahead, is your turn.
All right. So mine is actually is going to be Mina Mongoose from the Archie Sonic comics. Not specifically because of her character, though I think she has some valuable stuff there, but just in terms of her design, especially her original design. One of the fun things about sort of a character like Big the Cat is that he has the gloves and like the belt or whatever, but his gloves are like brown and he has like this weird belt design. So like he still looks like a Sonic character, but he has like some aesthetic differences that make him a little more like fun or stand out, especially like his proportions and stuff, or like his big giant ears. And Mina feels the same way, where her original design has these giant like boxy blue gloves. So that she has the glove aesthetic. She has these kind of like baggy pants and these like big shoes or whatever. So she like fits the style of a Sonic character, but still like has her own just like specific aesthetic. And I just think the idea of a character who has superpowers but decides that, you know, instead she wants to be like a pop star and she wants to like help people through music or whatever, that kind of feels like it fits a lot of the roles that like Rouge is supposed to fill, where it's like she's part of Team Dark, but also she has her own femme fatale thing, and she also steals gems because she wants to, and she has her own life. And that kind of like adds more dimensionality to Sonic Universe. So not only as a character do I think she's like really enjoyable, and I would like to see more people appreciate her, but the big thing that makes her, I guess, underappreciated to me is like, of course, a lot of people aren't going to read the comics or whatever, but her design is so good, and it like so stands out with like the purples and the yellows, that I'm just surprised I don't see more fan art for her, in the same way that like Sally, even though obviously a lot of people don't like her, they at least know of her, you know, and people still keep her alive through fan art and, you know, fighting for her and stuff. So yeah, just Mina Mongoose is kind of my pick.
You know, when you described it as like she has power but decides to be a pop star, I'm like, damn, she really needs an Uncle Ben. Like, someone's got to kill her uncle. Like, but I'll also mention, I do prefer her cargo pants design to her skirt design that she got later. I think that was in the reboot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I prefer that look. Yeah, what do I know about Mina Mongoose? I didn't see much of Mina Mongoose in the part of the Archie comics that I read, but I did see one fan design, and I can't remember who did it, but they did Mina all in purple, as opposed to having the yellow parts, and I gotta say it worked really well. Like, I think that's one thing I could say is, like, to fit in with the rest of the Sonic cast better, I think if you were to bring her in now, you need to just simplify that design up a bit, because I noticed that Archie has a lot of designs where they'll give their characters like a head of hair that is separate from the fur, which isn't something you usually see on Sonic characters. So I thought this fusion that made it all purple was really smart. I'll have to find it someday. I need to find this. It was really good.
Yeah. But yeah, no, she just stands out to me as like, just even as her concept, I think people would quite like. So it's unfortunate people don't really talk about her as much. Because also I would say like Scourge, like people know who Scourge is, and he has a big enough fan base, kind of even outside of just like the comic community, just because he has a neat design. So yeah, there you go.
It's time to let the goose loose.
Right.
She can hang with the turkey. That's all I know.
That's so simple. Okay. Okay. So for one, I guess underloved or underserved Sonic character, I would say is Espio. I think there's a lot more that can be done with Espio. I think the Chaotix in general deserve a little bit more love, and I will say I think like it's great that they had that podcast and stuff, and I think that really only showcased why I still want to see more of them, because there's genuinely a lot of great stuff to these guys. And when people think they're Chaotix, it's very easy to kind of think, you know, Vector, the blusterous crocodile. And believe me, he's in the running for most underloved Sonic character for me as well. But you got Vector, who's kind of the bombast, the old man of the group. You got Charmy, the hyperactive kid. You've got these big personalities. And you've also got Mighty. Where the fuck is he? You know, like, they've all got these big things.
Not allowed those classic characters.
But Espio is kind of the middle kid, you know? And I think he kind of is okay with having it that way, because he's not all about being seen. But what I like about Espio is I find him immensely relatable, because there's a cross-world interaction where I think Omega says to Espio, is like, Espio the chameleon, no money, no job, no date. And then I was just like, whoa, that speaks to me. That fucking speaks to me. And here's the great thing about this, is that Espio, he sounds pretty cool. He's kind of handsy boy, and he's pretty skilled, you know? He's a pretty skilled fella. And I kind of relate to, like, I've got some skills too, but I too am also kind of meeting certain definitions of the word loser. And I kind of like that, you know? That's kind of cool.
Heck yeah.
You're a beautiful man. You're a beautiful man. You know.
Oh, I appreciate that. That's real kind.
No, that's good. I mean, that makes sense. Well, also, Charmy and like I think people like Espio generally. Like they think he's cool. But I think like generally it's a lot easier to remember characters like Vector, who it's like, you know, like Charmy is loud and annoying, Vector is banging Cream's mom. So like, you know, what's Espio got? You know, he's a ninja. That's pretty good.
Quick retraction. Wait, apparently that Omega interaction was for Vector. Okay, well, it's still true of SBO. The thing is,
It's in the heart of it. It's in the heart of SBO.
Vector, and we will get to Vector. Okay, we really will get to Vector. But yeah, okay. I get rid of my time. Lowett.
For a second, I thought Ian said Charmy's banging Cream's mom, and I was
No,
like,
Vector.
I haven't read the comics in way too long.
Whoa.
What
Whoa.
happened?
Holy.
You haven't played the games in a while. I understand. You're an
I mean,
artist.
if it's
Ian
Archie,
Flynn.
if it's Archie Charmy, is that allowed? Like,
Well, he's
Uh,
a grown
he is
man,
an
he gets
adult,
married.
so.
he's
You
like
know.
an
Yeah.
adult in that, and he gets married. I mean, yes, he's now brain damaged, so I think that opens up further ethical tunnels to hell. So I think maybe we better leave it.
His poor wife.
What a comic! What a comic it is.
Oh god.
God, this is the thing. Is like even for the parts where Archie is ridiculously wild, which it's known for, you can't deny it's kind of cool. It's like that's kind of a cool thing to happen. Like,
Oh, it's always good. I'm a Charmy B gets dunked on defender. I'll say,
a
but you
believer.
know, yeah, I'm a believer of it. You know, that's just me. In the video, you know, I lay it out, but that's for another time. Yeah.
Okay. Lowett, who's your next pick? Who's the next person you want to bring to this Sunset show and tell?
Oh, you know, there's a lot. I like if we're going, I'll go over to the comic. I like Nicole a lot. I want Nicole to do more. She's just a cool character. I really like that character. I like a lot of the stuff they do with her. But you know, more than any of the others, she feels very much like buried in the past of the freedom fighters, because those are all like her biggest relationships are with these randos that have seemingly been wiped from the timeline. But you know, even so, if I could have whatever I want, that's a character I would definitely want back. With her redesign, I really like her design.
Imagine if there was like a Toy Story logic applied to fictional characters, and that like they really do take on lives of their own. God, it must fucking suck to be an Archie character.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, and with Nicole, what I really like about her too is that like they all are always doing like tech stuff with like Tails or like his little computer or whatever. So it would just add a lot more personality if the technobabble was said through like a cute little Lynx girl or whatever. So like just having her as like maybe like the character who represents like the technology they use and stuff, that could be really fun, and giving it a personality, and also as a contrast to obviously Eggman and how he treats his technology and stuff.
I'm seeing in the chat like Nicole versus Sage, and I'm just thinking like, well, like Sage is just a kid, while Nicole is like a fucking ferret girl. She could maul her to death.
She's a Lynx.
That's where
also
you went
like-
immediately. She could kill her.
Yeah, from
It could
Ratchet and
happen.
Clank, I see. Yes.
They're also on 2 different alignments as well. So that
It's
would work
fine.
out.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Nicole's winning though. All right. Penguin, who's your next pick?
The Domper.
Dumpy,
That guy is way too stingy with his tickets. Sorry. Anyway.
Wait, I
look,
need
he
to get.
is. It's
I-
part of his character.
I
alright?
need to get Kingpin Dompy up. Donpin. Donpin.
Dude,
Where is
I
Donpin?
showed you the thing that Stalnick made for me regarding.
Yeah,
that-
I did. Yeah, I
Don-
saw the Donpin meme.
Yeah.
Hang on. You go ahead and
Alright.
talk about the Don part. I'm
Okay.
gonna go find Donpin.
Why do I like the Dumper? Right. Well, this is a character I didn't actually like at first, but over time, as time has gone on, he's grown on me. And that is partially due to stuff from Team Sonic Racing. I know it's a very bad story.
Imagining Matt
But-
Berry.
Imagining Matt Berry does help, actually, because I could totally see Matt Berry saying, like, speaking for him. Yeah, no, essentially, there's little tidbits in Team Sonic Racing story mode that makes the Dumper just seem like this really weird, insane character that I don't know, the fact that he's got all of these powers, he can send things, he can travel to other dimensions and like time travel. He's got all these crazy powers, and he just wants to make cars and watch people race and maybe blow themselves up. But, like, there's even a point in the story mode where he straight up sounds like he kind of gets off on people dying and being in perilous situations. He is such a weird little guy. He is very stingy with his tickets, though, and that is unforgivable. But I mean, he loves his capitalism. What can I say?
He's also fat.
he's a very political Sonic character.
Oh, 100%. You can't drive through that guy's factory without considering all the wealth and abundance at his disposal. And even still, I cannot become best friends with a single Crossworlds character. It's insane.
And look, here's the thing, right? He comes down from bloody space, goes to Sonic and Team Rose. Yo, do you want to come in my spaceship and drive my sick cars? And they're just like, all right.
Wait, Loa, I don't think you've ever seen this. So check the stream real quick in just a sec.
Oh my god.
We see.
Let's see.
Don Pin. He's gonna catch up any minute. Hey, there he is.
It's my cat. My baby boy. That's awesome.
Okay.
Okay. Like I said, I love this little guy. He's so stupid, but he's one of the stupidest Sonic characters we've gotten in a long time, and play into his his hunger for consumerism more. That might be a neat touch to his character.
Are you gonna get the Dodon plush?
Kind of want it. No, I'm not gonna lie.
You gonna poke a little hole in it? Get one of those.
I'm still just looking at this picture of him. What is this?
Don Pin.
Who made this? Look at him.
That was Penguin. He did that.
No, yeah, that was me.
Oh man.
Bob was like, you should draw the Dumper as Kingpin, and I was like, all right.
I love the like wrestling belt look with the car on the front as an inspired choice. I love
that. Yeah. Oh, good. But yeah.
Okay, I'm seeing this.
Put him in more games.
All right, Ian. Who's your next pick?
So this one I think Pup, you might agree with me on, which is movie 3, Gerald Robotnik.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, so not that I think he's like better than his SA2 counterpart, but just in terms of like what he actually offers on his own. What I think is really interesting, obviously the main thing is that he's like tricking Robotnik the whole time, so like all his silly antics have like a kind of a dark underbelly. But what I really like about it as well is that in the finale, when he's like kind of explaining his evil plan or whatever to Robotnik or whatever, it's not just that he's like explaining it because it's like, well, this is the part of the movie where the evil villain explains their plan. There's a part where he says like, oh, it's going to destroy like everything. And then he like grabs like Robotnik's chin and like makes him look at him. And he's like, including us. And he like looks all excited. And so like, I really like the idea of like him not only wanting to like drag Shadow down into like his little sadism and his sadness and his anger, but he's almost trying to like drag another part of himself down into his like little death cult and like really genuinely trying to convince Robotnik that like this is what he wants. Because as far as his plan goes, he doesn't need Robotnik past getting the keys. That's the only reason he had him there, was so he could get past the security gate. After that, he doesn't need him for anything. Once they're in space, it's not like you need like 2 people to turn it off or anything. He could just plug it in himself and have Shadow kill Robotnik or whatever. But he doesn't want to. He actually wants to convince Robotnik that he is correct in what he believes in and all these different things, and to feel that despair with him. He likes that despair. And so those little details, I think, just make him a lot more interesting. And also my favorite detail of it is that anytime they do a flashback and they show Robotnik, Gerald, they never show his face. It's always covered up, or it's like in shadows a little bit. And the only time we actually see his face is the moment that Maria dies, and you just have like Jim Carrey giving like a genuinely like amazing looking like expression as like you just see the tears come down. So the only time we ever see Gerald Robotnik in the past is the moment he breaks. And so I really like that version of the character. Really, literally the only part of his character that I think is like lesser is just once he starts fighting Robotnik, there are just lines in there that don't make any sense under any context other than that I guess he's just crazy. Because there's the part where he says like, oh man, I made this giant fist because I was going to go to Comic-Con, but now there isn't going to be a Comic-Con. That has nothing to do with like him trying to be like a sadist or like him trying to like mess with Robotnik. That's just a goofy thing Jim Carrey wanted to say, and it's like stupid. So, but otherwise, I think his character's really well done. So
I mean, I agree, because I think, like, what they basically did, I think the thought process was all that fucked up shit that Gerald was going to do at the end of Sonic Adventure 2, rather than have him do that, like, posthumously, have him be alive to do that, and then you basically give Robotnik his own yin and yang mirror image character as well, playing directly into Sonic Adventure 2's duality theme and stuff. So it's like, that's the thing, it's a change that only served to reinforce that theme, and I wholeheartedly support that. And yeah, I think it would have been cool if he stayed a bit darker after his big reveal that he wanted to fucking die. But, like, you know, yeah, I thought that was a really, really cool way to kind of change up that story.
And I
Also,
do
what a
actually don't
fucking great
mind.
movie.
I don't mind
Yeah.
his like goofy death as well. I think it's like fun. So
Yeah.
like stuff like that. It's just those few lines where he's like, "Oh, this is just like Comic-Con." It's like, dude, what are you talking about? This has nothing to do with anything. But yeah, no. So I quite like that. Penguin, did you have any thoughts? Because I know Loar hasn't seen the movie, so we spoiled it for him. But that's fine. I don't care what he thinks.
Shit!
It's
I'm
okay, I already
sorry,
know
Lord.
everything. I know it all.
I mean, I think Pup said pretty much a lot of kind of how I was feeling about it. You know, I enjoy the duality aspect of the film, and having Gerald be alive with Robotnik, and Robotnik seeing like a mirrored version of himself, which in some ways probably going to play a role in the next movie. And I mean, maybe we'll see a bit of Gerald briefly in the next film in some sense. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I think everything that's been said for Gerald is kind of how I felt.
I think it also kind of took him from being just kind of like an expansion of the Robotnik lore to making him more his own character. He is now a villain. He is the main villain of that movie. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, you got that good line. It's like, "Oh, Ivo, you're no Maria."
Oh, fuck off, Ivo.
Oh, fuck off, Ivo.
Oh, fuck off, Ivo. I'm old. I can't help it. Okay. All right. For my next pick, I'm gonna tell you a little story. Actually, okay. So, I had never played Sonic Rivals. It was one of the few Sonic games I'd never touched, and I wanted to know what the fuck is Sonic Rivals actually. So I looked up like Sonic Rivals review, and there I found this silly little baby man called Garrulus64. So, I enjoy the video, I enjoy the humor, and I continue watching, and that brings me over to a lot of his reviews of handheld Sonic games, and one of those is for Sonic Rush Adventure. And in that review, he mentioned that he really didn't like Maureen the raccoon. He really didn't like her. And I was like, you really don't like that character, huh? And then I eventually, inspired by those reviews, got a Nintendo 3DS and got those games, and I played through them, and I was just playing through Sonic Rush Adventure like, what is actually the matter with Maureen the raccoon? Like, I thought she was fine. She was just a silly little Australian girl. I thought it was funny.
She bumped the age rating up. That's
because she said the word bugger. I love that.
Yeah.
That's great. That's good. That's a good thing.
What other Sonic character can say that?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I was playing it and I was like, oh my god, as an adult, I feel validated playing this. Like, I feel like I'm not just hyperfixated on something that I should have long outgrown. This is for me. They said bugger, so this is for me. I'd also played a little bit of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger shortly before that and found that Australians are just tremendously charming to listen to. So I'm just like, you know what? It's kind of nice to have an Aussie character in Sonic, you know? And like, you know, she says things are fucking ripper and stuff. She's like, good A, Kant. I was just very impressed by the whole thing, you know? Like,
Jesus Christ, she would have upped the age rating even more if she said that.
Yeah, right? Yeah, no, she's just a silly little scrimbly jimbly character. I'm like, what could she have What could she have possibly done wrong? Like, obviously she rubs Blaze up the wrong way, but that's kind of funny. That's like your little fucking silly guy versus ordinary person who doesn't want to deal with that shit kind of trope. ADHD type 1 versus ADHD type 2, you know? Like...
Absolutely. Well, no, and they get a lot of good mileage out of her in the comics as well. Where they pair her up with like very like stoic characters to break their hearts and spirits and minds.
I want to see what that interaction between her and Shadow was, but I get a feeling that
great.
famous facial expression is going to be very justified.
It's great.
But, you know, she's just a silly little bugger, you know? Like...
Yeah.
She's trying, you know? And at the end, by the way, you know, power scalar's out there, you know? She uses her Fist of Justice to stun Dr. Eggman and Eggman Nega's giant robot, you know, for a sec. I don't know how she did it, but she did it. So she's pretty cool.
And then we also...
I kind of wish we saw her more, to be honest. Like, every time... Like, we always see Blaze, like, reappear here and there. It's like, why not bring Marine back in like, Crossworlds or something like that?
And
she was also at the 2014 Olympics comic, you know? That was pretty good.
And in some ways, Marine the Raccoon is kind of the blueprint for my girl Styx the Badger. Hashtag dicks out for Styx, guys. We'll get her.
One day.
All right. Yep.
Both of these guys doing their Marge Simpson laughs. Anyways, all right. Okay, whose turn is it? It's yours, Lower. What do you got?
This is a weird one, somewhat random. From Reboot Archie, I would love to see more of Eclipse. He's a cool character. Having
Dylan
kind
would
of
have
this
chimed in here if he was here.
Yeah, having this foil to Shadow, who's, you know, this alien life form and does genuinely really care about you know, their family basically with these babies and wanting to protect them, but is also a complete maniac and a horrible person. It feels like a very fun contrast that only really works for Shadow as a character to give him this antagonist. So I liked how they used that in Reboot, but it was a character where I felt like there was definitely more that could have been done with it. Like when I finished Reboot and it was like, yeah, it got canceled and it was done, that was one character where I went, that would have been cool to see where that goes and what they had done with it.
Yeah, I mean, I know that Dylan would definitely have chimed in here because he did like a mod for Crossworlds with Eclipse, and he was talking about just how cool Eclipse was as like a character and stuff, and kind of like a sort of shadow doppelganger related to Black Doom. And I thought he had a really cool design too. Have I got the right Eclipse? Is this Eclipse?
I think you probably have the right thing.
Let me look him up. I want to look up his design.
One?
Yeah, Eclipse. There we go. Yeah, there's the boy. I need to see his story, but he has got a really sweet design.
Yeah, I really like that design.
Ian, apparently you do an Eclipse voice?
Yes, it's a really bad one. It doesn't sound like the character at all, as I would assume, but I give him this voice. He's Eclipse. Hello. That's his voice.
Oh my god.
I just do that because I like to mock him. Ooh, here's an Ian is a stupid dumb idiot moment. So I've read that comic, you know, for years of my life. And recently, you know, I was doing a podcast with my buddy, the Silver Ace 01, on a different podcast you should watch. And I'm allowed to shill other podcasts, right, Pup?
No, but you're gonna do it anyway.
We talked about that arc, and we were in the middle of the call, and I was like, oh my gosh, wait a minute. He's like, what? Eclipse? Like, it's like a bigger shadow.
Big shadow.
Dude, I love these moments for you. Whenever you have them, I just feel good for you that the brain cells have rubbed together. That's awesome. Good for you. Good for you, my friend.
It takes them a little bit, but when they do, it's always like a really big moment, you know?
Were you just like, oh, it's related to like the canon? Like that's why?
No, I just thought he had a stupid Sonic name.
I love you, man. I love you.
So thanks for reminding me, you know. Good times.
All right. Penguin, who's your pig?
Okay. I was gonna say Old Man Owl, but like he's not like he would never come back. I think it's a very joke choice.
Well,
but
that's probably
to
why.
be a bit more
If
serious.
they're never going to bring him back, surely does that not completely reinforce the entire point? Like,
I mean, true, but like there's another character I have in mind anyway. So like put him aside. I would say Infinite. I just want to see him come back. I know his backstory is bad. He's got a terrible backstory, but the Chaotic Case Files kind of, I don't know. It's kind of like
he's like a
made me
Mysterio,
him
but
again.
for Spider-Man. Wait, no, for Sonic. He's like a
Yeah.
Mysterio, but for Spider-Man already has a Mysterio.
Yeah, no, but that is exactly right. Infinite is basically Sonic's Mysterio. He's petty. Like he's got all these cool illusion powers, which sadly we never got to see because the Chaos Case Files was an audio drama. But I don't know, the Case Files has just made me really want to see him again. I mean, his new voice actor's like been really good, and I want to see him written in a game that isn't Sonic Forces.
Yeah. I mean,
where
I think
everything's not treated like a joke.
it also helps that, like, in terms of like that backstory, you can now pass it off as he's just a bitch. It's like people saw that backstory and went, "Oh, Infinite's just a bitch." And I think like with the Case Files, they kind of looked back at us and went, "Yeah, that's the point, but isn't that kind of cool?" I was like, "Yeah, it is kind of cool actually to have a Sonic villain who's just a bitch. Like he's got access to all this power, and he's all about the theatrics, but really he is just a bitch." If you had like a Sonic game end with like Infinite gets defeated and Sonic has like his foot on his head and he's just like, "Right, Infinite, say it. You're just a bitch. Go on, say it." And then Infinite is like, "Okay, fine, I'm just a bitch. Yeah, you say it, Infinite. You're just a bitch." Like that could be like the epic
But this
throwdown.
is the thing.
That would lead to like the next
will-
Crush 40 song. Like, what are you, a bitch?
What are you, a
I will
bitch?
say the difference between Infinite and Mysterio is he probably could be a massive threat. That's the thing. Like his powers are really insane.
I mean, Mysterio could be too.
Yeah.
He called a drone strike on London that time, but like,
No, I
but
definitely
there's-
agree. He could slot very nicely into like a trope I always like a lot, which is taking this kind of almost comedic relief character and then building them up into something really threatening, like
Yeah.
the spot kind of deal.
Yeah, have
Something
it
like
be
that
that
sort.
he is the most useless bitch in the world, but my god, keep him away from the powers, because like if he gets powers, really bad news.
I mean,
Yeah.
he one-shots Eggman in the Case Files, and there's even bits where he's just staring at them menacingly, like before he starts attacking them. Like you can make Infinite a really big threat, like a major threat.
Yeah, I just
I
like
just
the idea
need to
though
see
of
it in the
like,
game.
like the end said, Sonic has fought machines and gods, and they're all mighty and shit. Having a Sonic villain that's just this petty, angry little guy, but God forbid he gets access to any MacGuffins today. I think that's just a great idea.
Yeah.
It would also be nice to have something to carry with me from my playthrough of Sonic Forces.
Don't
That'd just
worry,
be
you
good,
got all that
know?
great level design. I couldn't say it.
No, no.
What level design?
That game, man.
That game, dude, that game I hated so much I actually questioned if I still like the franchise.
Oh no, it's pretty bad. Well, no, it's really
Yeah.
bad. It's really bad.
Okay, Ian, who's your pick?
I only picked two, so I'll make it up. I like. You know what? I'll bring him up because he got left behind. I like the Owl Man from Sonic OVA. I think he's a funny, nice man. He should come back. Okay, this isn't a character, but I'll use him as an excuse to talk about it.
See what
Just
happens,
the world.
Penguin? See what happens when you're not a pussy? I'm starting to think you're more of a chicken than a turkey.
I wanted to bring up Infinite, but I wanted to give a shout out to Old Man Owl. that's
Well, I
all.
appreciate. I'm gonna take that. Because he's a great man
Yeah.
and he wears Sonic's favorite clothes. And it's pretty cool.
He's quite
Yeah,
popular
you
with
do.
the lady. quite popular with the ladies as well. Don't forget that.
He is popular with the ladies.
hit with the ladies. Ooh.
I had a moment of forgetting what the
Tails,
OVA is,
how are
and I
you?
felt like I got transported into an alternate dimension, was having a fever dream. What are we talking about? This
The
guy,
Sonic OVA, there's the owl guy who shows up on the island and he's like, "Hello, Tails, I'm here to see you."
And
then
his
they're
name is
like,
just Old Man. Like,
"Yeah, old man, what are you doing here?" Not even old man owl, just old man.
Old Man. Hey, Old
and then
Man.
later,
Oh,
Metal
Sonic! Woo-hoo!
Metal Sonic is going on a rampage because he thinks he just killed Sonic and he's having an identity crisis. So he finds Old Man and he's like, "Oh, what are you doing, Sonic? No, don't do it!" And we cut back and he's wearing like a pink shirt and like a backwards cap and a skateboard. And they're like, "Old Man, what are you doing wearing Sonic's favorite clothes?" So
And that's why he
you know.
And then he
attacked.
says my favorite line. He says my favorite line in the film. Sonic told me to put on these clothes, and then he flew away.
That sounded
So,
like
Old
Jim
Man-
from Friday Night Dinner, Penguin.
Old Man
Well,
is a
I think-
legend. I love that guy. He's great. But I mean, as an extension, again, I really wish we could live in a world where that OVA had taken off, because I genuinely do adore the concept of like the land of the sky and the land of darkness. I love like Princess Sarah. She's like such a funny character. I love the president or whatever. I love how Robotnik is depicted. I like how they actually use like the idea of like Robotnik, but it's like his like armor and like his city or whatever. And it's just got that old 90s, OVA grit to it and great music. Just the world of Sonic OVA, I just think is such a fascinating, cool idea. And it's just, I just wish we could bring it back along with resurrecting our dear old man, the owl. So
Until 2024, I want to say, Sonic OVA was the best Sonic movie.
in my heart, it's still the best Sonic movie. I love that one.
I mean, it is a joy to look at. Like it is beautiful, and like the backgrounds and the just way the world looks.
And the music is great.
Yeah, the
music's
music
very
rocks.
very good.
Oh, the music's so good.
And the lyrics to Look Alike are suitably fucking insane. It's the one Sonic vocal track to have the word poo in it. There you go, enjoy.
And it has the best line, which is long ago, a caveman
Had a busy life.
Had a busy life naming things.
Kind of reminds me of the Battle of Gods, like English. I think it was the English dub credits where they just do Chala Head Chala, but it's just absolute nonsense of English lyrics.
This is the kind of thing, though. It's like, you've got like DC do like the Batman 89 revisitation comic and stuff. If Sega weren't such unbelievable pussies, they would release a comic series continuation of the Sonic OVA movies.
That'd be sick.
Absolutely.
Everyone would read it.
And they can't re-release it because it's in copyright hell for all the different songs. But you know what I say to that? I say do it anyway and get sued. I don't care.
Sega, come on, win that lawsuit.
Re-release it
Win
and
it, win
make
it.
Jun Sanoi make some new tracks.
I mean, if that's the only way they can do it, I wouldn't be against trying. Or just do the
Or even-
comic continuation, because you don't have to use music in a comic.
Or if you, I mean, again, people wouldn't like it, but if you just wanted to like hire someone to make a new score for it, I mean, I don't know how that all works. I don't know if the music's like
T-Lopes.
synced to everything.
Well, that's the
Chunky
monkey's fault.
XL! They just use a selection of tracks from the Sonic 2 movie soundtrack.
I was gonna say they just re-release it, but it's just those demo tracks from Sonic 3 and Knuckles that they had to replace with those couple stages. It's just those on loop. over and over again.
They re-release it, but there is no score, just the Friends theme song on loop. I don't know,
No.
that joke would make more sense to Penguin, but like...
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
Alright, is it my turn? Is this my turn now?
I think so. It's your time to
Sure.
shine.
There are many occasions in Sonic history where some of the most important characters have met the absolute gnarliest fates. But this one beats them all. Because what is one of the first things you remember doing in Sonic? It was collecting a ring. Be funny if there was someone that created those fucking things, huh? His
Oh
name
my
is
God.
Nate Morgan.
Oh, no.
His name is Nate Morgan, and you need to remember that fucking name because of what fucking happened to Nate Morgan.
And he literally
Killed.
sacrificed his life so you could live.
Literally nuked by Sonic, confirmed by writers. See previous episode for context.
You don't get to
I'm
know which
still-
episode.
I'm still grieving to this day. I haven't stopped grieving.
I tell
since
you
it
what,
happened.
though, it was a wonderful service that Dylan did. Dylan actually reminded me. He said, like, make sure Nate is represented today, and I was like, dude, brother, of course. I took his hand. I said, yeah, absolutely, dude, absolutely.
I knew he wouldn't forget him. Just like me.
All right, let's go another round on the carousel. Lowett, who's your next pick?
This one's gonna sound stupid and dumb and bad, but I'll explain and I mean it. Which is, I want more Amy, specifically of the playstyle from the first
shit.
adventure, but a good version of it, because I think the idea of running away from someone trying to get you and you have to be fast enough is actually a very cool idea. They didn't quite deliver on it. Although I do think running around and like doing the little twirl with her hammer is fun and cool. So I'd love to see them expand on that as a gameplay idea. I think there was a lot of potential there that most people don't acknowledge or don't feel is there, but I feel it and I want it.
As much
yeah,
as
'cause
I
I mean-
loved her playstyle in Frontiers, I have to agree. Like, things like the hammer jump and stuff were so fun in Sonic Adventure 1, I thought.
Oh yeah.
Even
well,
in
and
advance.
also
Yeah,
like
fun.
her silly little flips where like I think it like changes just no matter what because it has like its own little momentum system. So just like the way she flips will
Mhm.
like always change, I think. But the thing that was always so fun with that as well is like again you can just get top speed if you just jump. So like you never have to stop hammer jumping, and it's kind of fun to keep that speed going. While also like either collecting rings or like because I really like doing that in Twinkle Park where there's like the pool at the start, and it's kind of fun to like have to like get top speed and then know like there's a couple of item boxes here, so I want to like hammer spring into that and then jump back over the pond and then go back over and then go in these little directions and stuff and try to keep my momentum going. Yeah, it's really fun. I just wish there were more stages for it. So
Yeah, more stages, and like obviously there's certain things there that aren't very fun of I think having to put the blocks into the specific indents, and like none of that is
Yeah.
too exciting, but the idea of it I think had a lot of potential, and
You could
Just-
utilize her
it's fun.
playstyle in more speed-oriented stages and not even change it that much, and it could be thrilling.
yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
that's my thing. I want that bad if they were to do like an Amy Generations game or whatever and throw stuff like that in. I'd be a happy camper. I'd be curious to see what they do.
Hell yeah,
Heck
I'd
yeah.
love to see. Penguin,
Same.
who's your pick?
Fang the Hunter.
Yes. He
Um,
deserves so much fucking better than two of the
Yes.
worst boss fights in the history of the franchise.
He needs to be redeemed. Also, I would like to see him playable in a game because I think he would have a really cool and unique moveset we have not seen in a Sonic game before.
Yeah.
Like playing around with the pop gun, you could have like stuff going on with the pogo tail ability he has. Like I don't know, I want to see him like playable in a classic game, and I also just want to see him in the modern era because I think him and the hooligans would fit so well in the modern like Sonic era, and Sonic needs more of a rogues gallery than just the Deadly Six and Eggman and Metal, like the
Agreed.
same.
He also has just a
Same
banger
character.
design as well. Like, his design rocks.
Yeah.
He's so handsy boy. Like, in universe, he would be a handsome little bastard, like...
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you read
and
the
I love
prequel
that.
comic? The way he's looking at Eggman is just, I don't know, like, he's a handsome little guy.
In terms of playing as him, I remember that the like Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit fan game, I think you could
Oh, hell
play as
yeah.
him.
Yeah,
And that game is great. And that was a very cool like piece of it. So I definitely agree.
yeah, that game is sweet.
I still need to play that.
Oh, it's
Like
it's
I only
fantastic.
just
I love
found
that
out
game.
about that recently.
Yeah. It feels very genuine to that Genesis level design. Like they obviously there's lots of great fan games and stuff, but as far as the few I've played, that one I was like, oh man, they really nailed the feel of it. It feels very genuine.
Yeah.
All right. Ian, who's your next choice?
Let's see. No, I'm gonna Julie Sue from Archie Sonic. Similar to Mina, I just think her design is super cool. Obviously, I know Pup, you've mentioned some unsatisfaction with like the hair being added to like kind of like the quills and things for.
I mean,
for a lot
I
of these
wasn't
characters.
saying dissatisfaction. I was just saying it's one thing where if you were to integrate them, you'd probably need to change that, I think. But
Yeah, for sure.
as it stands, I think it's okay. There are characters where it works better than others, especially when Ken Penders does it and he uses fucking clashing colors for the hair and the fur. Like, they have pink fur and then brown hair, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, I just I don't know. I just really like her design. I love that with characters like Sally or Antoine, like they don't have gloves or anything like that, so they very clearly stand out, and also their proportions are very different. But Julie Sue was made by Patrick Spaziante, I believe, in terms of how she was designed. Anyway, I think Ken Penders came up with the ideas, obviously. But like they gave her gloves and they gave her like these cool big boots or whatever, and the fact that she has kind of like a cartoony looking gun, to me, she feels like a nice in between something like Omega and then Knuckles, and that's what made her such a fun contrast anyway to Knuckles, who is an echidna who has just this very simple way of life, and then she has this kind of like technology based. Obviously, later in the Dark Brotherhood, they had Shade, that character, and her design's pretty cool. I like it as well, but I just think Julie Sue just like perfectly nailed the idea of like having this kind of like different, tough, echidna girl, and she's really cool. I just really like her design, her character. And I would like to see more art of her being cool.
She's also
she just looks awesome.
Evidence that female Sonic characters don't have to wear pants.
Yes,
Maybe we could apply that logic
true.
to
You've never been
to
more
an
right.
alternate skin for Rouge in the future. Maybe nah. Okay. So this
only
is kind of. I was thinking about nixing this one because it's already been said, but I'm going to come at it with different reasons. Amy. I think Amy is underrated from a character perspective as well. I mean, I say underrated. I don't like the term underrated because, like, oh, you don't like this as much as you should. Sounds really silly. But, like, okay, a character I think deserves more love is Amy. And I think this applies to both fans, gaming journalists, and Sega internally as well. Everyone is trying so hard to make this character work when she fucking worked already. There was nothing wrong with her in Sonic Adventure. Like, in Sonic Adventure 1, she just wanted to be respected. That's a perfectly fine thing for a person to want. She was bored. She wanted adventure. These are perfectly fine things for a person to want. She wanted to go to Twinkle Park with Sonic because cute couples get in free. And that is the only point they alluded to her even having a crush on Sonic in that game. So all these things they've tried to bend themselves over backwards to rationalize now were already perfectly justified in the first place. There's people always banging on about how she's such a fucking brat in Sonic X. Yeah, but she's funny though. She's kind of funny when she's kind of bratty, you know? There's nothing wrong with being funny. A little bratty, you know? And half the time, yeah, she's a little intense, but half the time she's in the right. Like, when you actually look at it. It's like the old Mandela effect of Lois from Malcolm in the Middle, where it's like when you're a kid, you remember her being like the nastiest woman in the world. So strict, so horrible, and so unreasonable. Whereas, like, when you watch it nowadays, you see, like, she's a very intense parent, and she definitely does some bad shit from time to time. But, like, 90% of the time, I'm kind of like, you go, actually. Fucking get him, you know? And I find that with Amy. Like, 90% of the time in Sonic X, when she's having a little freak out or something, I'm just like, yeah, go on. Fucking get him. Go on. Like, and I think it's such a shame that, like, so many people decided that was problematic. And I'm not going to deny that there were times when it could be kind of problematic, but the point I would say is when you get to, like, Sonic Battle, where she virtually has an eating disorder and it's played up for laughs. I thought that was a bit of a problem. But that's really it.
Yeah.
When it comes to the Sonic Heroes thing, it was exaggerated flavor text in an otherwise incredibly cartoony game. I just think there are so many times when we see other Sonic characters do cartoony things like get into fistfights over minor disagreements. Yet people focus on Amy and say, oh, that's abuse.
Yeah.
Like, they single her out like she's not a cartoon character as well. And I think that's a real fucking shame.
Knuckles has claws on his fist. If he hits Sonic with that, he could stab him in the eye and make him go blind. I mean, does he know? Does he care about Sonic's well-being? Does he know that he's been tricked all these times before and that, sure, once is, fool me once, but fool me twice? I mean, I think there's a lot of deep thinking Knuckles needs to do if he's ever going to, like, that's a punch. You could kill someone with that. So yeah, Knuckles really needs to calm down,
So-
and so does Amy.
so-
That's my
Yeah,
thought.
but I mean, I would
It's
say
so-
we just need to acknowledge that all of these characters are incredibly durable because they're cartoon characters,
Yes,
and none of this
that's the
matters.
joke.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
sorry, I got distracted for a second. I was looking at some of the chat.
No, I know. You know that's what I mean. It's like it's like that's the joke with Amy. It's the joke with all of them. They're cartoons. It's fine.
Oh right, yeah, my bad. Yeah, no. But as for like modern Amy, modern depictions and stuff, I will say that when it came to Frontiers, I thought it was okay because I thought, given the circumstances, I don't mind that she's kind of calmed down a little bit here and that she's a bit more introspective. It's an introspective story. She's got nothing to do than introspect, so she's gonna be a bit introspective. I didn't have any issue with that. And I like her in most of the IDW stuff. Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, she was great. And I don't think she is absolutely defined by her love for Sonic. I don't think it's the end of the world that they've kind of moved her on from that. Because I like the notion that, yes, she does love Sonic. I think what they've cemented is that that's a very genuine thing, but also that she has every chance to be happy in life regardless of where she's at with Sonic. And I think that's a nice notion as well. I just don't like when they dial her energy down as much as they did with Crosswords, for example.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like she's at this point to me kind of a chief example of a character where ostensibly because you want to quote unquote improve them, you iron down all the rough edges until you're at the point where you go, okay, but now they're kind of boring. So
Yes.
maybe we screwed up.
And people often make the rationalization of she's matured, but it's like then she's outgrown her original character's appeal. And that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's something that you need to sort out as well. I think, I'm fine with the maturing up of the Sonic characters, but they can bring those exaggerated cartoon personalities with them. There's absolutely no reason to dial those down.
Absolutely. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
We got another in us, or do we want to move on?
I'm good for one more. If everyone else is.
You want to do a bonus round, guys?
Sure,
And
let's
then-
do bounds.
And then we'll determine who wins. Okay. So, Lowett, why didn't you start us off?
We'll determine who wins. I don't know. Let me pull up my list of hog characters here, right? Just my compendium of the hog.
Yeah, you
What about
say
the
that.
skunk?
We know it's a big book of hog girls, all right? Let's be serious. Archie
Oh.
reader.
Dude, I actually can't say this. I would say Jeffrey St. John, but that's a joke. He got what he needed and he was perfect and we're done with him. He never needs to come back in my life. Here's one. I think Ixis Naugus being a magic-based villain is something that could be very cool. If they were to, for example, bring back Infinite, they could probably do something fun of combining powers and doing something with him. Like I think
There
that
is
magic
so
angle is
potential
unique
for
and
him.
fun, and I would find that cool. So there
You
he
could-
is, Ixis
You could
Naugus.
even enrich the shitty villains with Ixis Naugus. Make it so that the Deadly Six are one of his creations.
Yeah,
That'd
something
be
like
cool.
that. Or like the Lost Hex being like a place he made.
No. So the Lost Hex was once a fucking artificial biome made to preserve nature and shit. But then the Zeddy took over, led by Ixis Naugus, and it's called the Lost Hex because they lost it in the battle. Boom. Right.
Oh, I didn't
Lost
know that.
World
I thought the
rewritten.
Lost Hex was just a bad.
No,
location
I
in a
made
pretty
it
bad
up.
Video game.
I made it the fuck up.
It's the new B theory.
Right, but I'm trying to fix something here, you know? Why is it the Lost Hex? Okay.
It's shaped like a hex and it was lost. It's that simple.
Yeah.
But
And
it was
they've
pretty
lost
easy to
some
find. They just kind
Wii U.
of bumped into it, you know? They could surely remember approximately where it was if they know it exists. I guess it's
Indeed.
just they're led by Darkseid from Zack Snyder's Justice League. There, little Zack Snyder reference for
That's
you.
right,
gang.
yeah.
All right.
Of course.
Penguin.
Professor Pickle.
Yes.
Very silly design. I love it though. I love his love for cucumber sandwiches. I think as well, I just need to see him in more games purely because I feel in terms of the humans, we've usually only got like something like the Gun Commander and Eggman, and obviously the Gun Commander is kind of, I guess, the antithesis of Eggman as of right now. But I really think Pickle would fit that role more. Like it would be cool to have him as a character that the characters go to like learn and understand more of what they're dealing with, and just seeing him in general, more than just being kind of he helped us out when the world was split apart, I don't know. I feel he would fit in well with the main cast perfectly, and I would love to see more of him.
I want to drive around with him in the burger car in Cross Worlds now. Give him to me. Put him in the game.
Well, Garrel64 did make a pickle mod.
He did.
Everything I learned. And he's already done it. It's beautiful.
No, but it gets better. It gets better. He put him over Zaz, so he's got Zaz's tweaking out animations.
And he comes with an extreme gear that's just a pickle.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's brilliant. Okay. Ian, who we got?
It's a little bit of an obscure. It's kind of a new character actually. But in the last year we had the crossover. There was a character called Wonder Woman, and there was a shot of her back that was really detailed, and I quite liked it. But we didn't do much with her character. She just kind of hung out with Amy Rose, and we didn't really get too much into her. But in this recent issue of the new crossover, they mentioned she's from like Themyscira, and she fights like Hades from like Kingdom Hearts 2. So I was really interested in that, and I hope we can dive more into her story and her lore, and how she affects the Sonic universe, because this like DC world they're kind of inventing. I think it's kind of connected to like the Soul Dimension, right? So I'm excited to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have a real answer, Ian?
No.
Bitch. Okay.
That was a real answer.
Yeah,
that was my real answer. I want to see more of Wonder Woman.
Passion? Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll say, what's an Archie character? I want more of Bunny, because I do think Bunny also fits the mold of like a kind of like Nicole, where you can kind of easily slot her in. Just the idea of like, oh, she's someone who got attacked by Robotnik and ended up having these robotic limbs or whatever added to her. Now she's a menace, and again, she kind of fits that role of like a fun in between something like Omega and then our fuzzy characters. So yeah, and also she has the big blocky arms and stuff, so that really fits the design well. Especially like her original design, where she's kind of got more like Mega Man proportions. I quite enjoy her a lot, and I just think her just Southern Belle personality and just how sweet she is, her cowboy hat and all that stuff. I don't know. She just has a very, very fun design, and just a fun personality in general. And I think she would just work really well in the same way you have like Tangle coming in and being like, oh, I'm here to have fun and do all these things. You kind of have that for her, but she's like very sweet and kind, but she can destroy you and blow you up. So yeah, just a lot of facets to her character, and she's just very enjoyable. I feel like she could slot in a lot easily into the story.
Give her the run and gun Omega gameplay. Shoot things. Let's do it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, she'd have a really fun gameplay style, honestly.
Hell yeah. I'm going to go for my final pick. I'm going to go with Grimer Wormtongue from the Fleetway Sonic series. I think Grimer Wormtongue is a fucking sick Robotnik slave. In that, like, okay, for starters, he looks like a Christmas tree. I think you could do a really cool Crypt Keeper-esque redesign with the guy. I see the potential there. Right now, yeah, his head kind of looks like a spider. Actually, that's really scary. All right, never mind then, in that case. Yeah, that's perfect design. Just the fact that he's green and his name is Grimer is already very funny. But what I like about this fucker is that he's a Robotnik lackey like no other, in that he really is kind of the brains behind Robotnik's entire operation. Robotnik is more of a leader who uses Grimer, so he knows kind of who to recruit. And that's a lot more akin to real-world evil bastards. So I kind of like the idea that Robotnik really ain't shit, and that this little bastard here is the real deal. But another thing I like is that he is a faithful servant to Robotnik, and he is a sycophant. But the second he's put in charge of something, he becomes almost, like, way worse than Robotnik. Like, he conducts awful experiments, he's a lot more torturous. He's just a villainous bastard, really. And I just kind of like the idea of taking that genius side of Robotnik, that much more cruel and ruthless side to him, and distilling that and just shoving it into its own character, making, like, you know, 2 characters rather than 1. I don't know, I thought it was a cool dynamic.
Yeah, no. Yeah, in Fleetway, he's one of the few characters I did quite enjoy. I mean, I like all the concepts of the Fleetway characters, and I don't know, just in general, yeah, it is kind of nice that he's not like he'll follow Robotnik's plans and rules and do what he says, but he's also just got like, but he's not like Snively where he's like trying to be treacherous 24/7. He's just kind of like, yeah, like Robotnik is just a nice like thing I want to work with in terms of like whatever he's planning, but also like he allows me to do my own plans. So yeah, no, I like him.
He's kind of like a prototype for both Agent Stone and Dr. Starline in a way. But then again, I suppose he borrows a little bit from Snively as well. But I just think Snively is a little bald guy, while Grimer is a lizardy man with a spider for a head. Like, Grimer is just cool as Snively.
And Snively doesn't want to be there. That's kind of the big difference as well. Like, Grimer is like fine.
Grimer, the point where he resigns is when he realized that Dr. Robotnik's plan to destroy Station Square is also going to destroy them as well. Like, it is a suicide mission for Robotnik in that. And, like, Grimer's like, wait, you can't be serious. In a way, predicting a little bit of the conflict between Robotnik and the other Robotnik in Sonic 3. You know, there's kind of just a lot of areas where they were kind of ahead of their time. So yeah, we got a little Fleetway choice in for my last one. If anyone has any more choices, by all means.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Penguin.
Mr. Know-It-All.
Mr. Know-It-All.
Yeah.
From
Sonic Adventure.
Oh, I remember Mr. Know-It-All. Oh, so I guess lightning round all of the villagers from Sonic Boom.
Alrighty.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm just jotting some of these super chats down now. Sorry for the dead air.
That's in the super chat mailbag thing, right?
It will be, yes. Question, Loa, do you have access to the super chat mailbag?
I might. I'm trying to see here because I'm technologically inept. Let's see if I do. Oh yeah, I'm in.
Sweet. Okay, I'm just nailing these down, and then once they're down, we will commence the reading. Okay. So, how's that weather, guys? You know, we got good weather? Any weather where we're at?
Oh, you know, sometimes you look outside and you go, yeah, that's weather. I'd say that's me right now.
Always worried when there's weather.
There's no weather. Yeah. It's scary.
Just delete it at this point. I don't know what it does.
The reality is, in my country right now, it is just going between summer and winter super duper quickly. Like, super quickly, just back to back. 1 minute, it's 12 degrees out. The next, it's 30. Then it's back to 12 again. And 30. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? The planet's fucking dead, dude. Well, he's not healthy, is he? You know, like.
Well, anyways, you know, it could be better. It could be better. That's all, right?
Yeah.
It could be better.
It could definitely be better. All right. Okay. We'll go in call order. So, Penguin, why don't you start us off with? Did we read these ones last week? Oh, no, because last week we had the internet failure. Yeah. Okay. Right. Fine. God, that last week blew by. All right. Fine. Okay. Right. Penguin Borger.
Wait, hold on. Which one are we going
The
for?
one with the burger beneath it from Josiah Rosa.
Josiah Rosa 5329 with the $199 super chat.
Thank you.
I've finally done it. I've caught up again.
Oh, hell yeah. Welcome, Josiah. Welcome back. I remember that Rovio sounding last name. All right. Ian Borger, you're up.
All right, let's see here. Mr. SP3753, who's been a member for 1 year. Thank you. For the $15.15 US. Thank you. Mr. Krabs has given this show so much money, Sunset City legally qualifies as a dependent. I guess someone else will have to come up with unhinged comments today.
Better get to work, Mr. SP. Thank you. Okay. Lower Borger.
All right. From KB. $1.99 US. Reject homing attack. Embrace Homer attack.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Thank you, KB. All right. Borger. Josiah Rovirosa with the Josiah Rovirosa 5329. Sorry, it's very important I get the rest in. With the $4.99. Thank you. You've got a weapon to your head, and the only way to survive is to pick a letter from the alphabet, and the world never uses that letter again. You know, I'm going to choose the letter X because we're going to have to find really inventive ways to make shit sound cool without the letter X.
Yeah. And we still got Z, so that's nice.
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
can't agree on
I
how
would-
that one is said. Z?
I
Well, that's what
mean,
makes it fun.
Z.
I mean, to be honest, get rid of the letter T. Like us Brits, we don't even use that shit half the time. So like,
That's true.
It
When
can
I'm
just be
talking, when I'm talking to Mr. Airy Chaos, I'm like, "Oi, Airy, what are
Well, he
you
can be
doing?"
a Sonic Key Hedgehog,
yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Well, we'd probably just say Sonic the Hedgehog, wouldn't we? Like, DA.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Josiah Rovirosa. What about you guys? What letters would you said T? Ian, what letter?
I would get rid of Z because I like X.
And lower.
Yeah, I think I would also be a Z deleter. Z. I would delete that.
But then what would be the name of the brilliant Power Rangers villain, Lord Zed? He'd just be Lord
I
Ed
don't know.
at that point.
That's even better.
It's
I
not
play
better.
a xylophone, not an xylophone.
Well-
That's all I know.
No, well, can't you use the X in some way to make a Z sound sometimes?
If you
Like
got
Xavier.
rid
There you
of
go.
the X from the alphabet, you could substitute it with a Z for xylophone.
That's true, but I like the
Yeah.
X being there better because it's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True, and X is just a cool looking letter.
Well, if someone's wrong, right? What are we supposed to do? Put a Z there instead? No, it's an X.
I think if we get rid of our best shit, though, it gives us excuses to become more creative. That doesn't apply to everything, though. Certainly doesn't apply to medical fields. But, like, when it comes to this field, I think we can afford to try and experiment with things, when it's not life and death.
4 vowels.
Fuck vowels.
Delete them all.
No more vowels. All right, I'm having vowel spasms. All right, next up, Borger. Penguin.
I think-
Penguin. you're
Yeah.
up.
Mr. SP with the $10 US super chat. Thank you. I like the Crossworlds version of Starlight Carnival, even if it's a pain to play on supersonic speed.
Actually, Starlight Carnival in Crossworlds is great. At least there, I'm not just quick stepping left and right. God,
Yeah,
Starlight Carnival.
I mean, yeah, you do-
Carnival? Carnival was so disappointing.
do
in the
play
original
it.
game.
You do actually play it.
I remember just being like, "Oh, look how amazing this looks! What am I gonna get to do here?" Oh, he's just running. Okay.
I remember when people were like glazing that level so much, just saying like, "Oh god, it looks so good for the Wii," and I mean, it does.
It
but
does.
At the same
I'll
time, I
give
want
it
to
his
play a
flowers in
game.
the visuals. Yeah. So I'd recommend this cool new game called Mixtape.
Dude, I've seen a clip of that game, and I'm like, this is cringe. I don't know.
All right, so the next super chat then. Borger. Ian, you're up.
KB for the $1.99 US dollars. Thank you, KB. I like that the Sonic account mentioned Sonic Extreme. Yeah, I saw that. That's really cool.
I too like
Uh,
that. Yes, that was awesome. I would love
it was
to
just nice.
I feel like it's been discussed that Sonic Extreme would probably, if it were the big high-profile release they want it to be, maybe even killed the franchise because it was so far removed from what 3D gaming would end up being and stuff like that. But it would be a vibe though, like because it was a Saturn game. You just know the vibes would be immaculate.
Pub.
Yeah.
Sorry to derail things for a second. New set photo from Sonic 4. Discussing films a minute ago. Metal Sonic.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
We
gonna
have a bit of
just put it in the
breaking-
bounce back.
We have a bit of breaking news, do we? Oh, okay. All right. Oh, cool. Okay, all right. Yep. Okay, I'll get that up on stream.
Him.
That's just hit. I mean, there was like questions as to whether or not that last one we saw at the end of the Sonic 3 movie would be like a temporary model or whatnot, because we had a temporary model for Shadow at the end of Sonic 2. But it does appear that they are just using the exact same design as what he had at the end of Sonic 3. I do wonder if he still has that grumpy little mouth. I can't see it here, but I do wonder, does he have a grumpy little mouth?
I think he does. Hold on.
I kind of don't like the grumpy little mouth.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know if he does. I
can't
zoomed
see
in
it.
a bit more.
I can't.
Oh,
see
I
it.
see. So, Lord, if you go on Twitter and just type in like Metal Sonic, yeah, there's like a new image of like his model.
I've hunted him down.
I like him. He looks really cool.
Oh, he does have the little mouth. I'm not big on the mouth.
No, I love the design. I think he looks awesome. So good.
But if he has a mouth, that means there's a good chance he'll actually talk.
I mean, he probably is going to talk at some stage. I think he'll start
It's gonna
out
be
mute.
He's going to be Ben Kingsley when he turns Neo.
Jeff Fowler was saying, like, that's the fun part, is that Metal Sonic doesn't have a voice in the Sonic 3 commentary. Which leads me to believe that at some stage in the movie he'll honor that, but I think he's definitely going to get a voice later. Whether or not it's when he becomes Neo Metal, I don't know. But it'd be super duper fucking cool now that I think about it, is how like Iron Man 3 had that big battle with all the different Iron Man marks and they had all different designs and shit? Imagine you have that, but you got like Metal Sonic, Rocket Metal, fucking the Mecha Sonics and shit, and they're all just having an Iron Man 3 style end battle with the Sonic gang. That would be so sick.
I just thought, because this just looks like they've got like a little animatronic or a display statue. There's a good chance this might be at like one of the red carpets.
Oh,
like,
dude, imagine if they actually went practical for Metal Sonic. Like, there's animatronics inside that little guy, and he's not just a standee. Because they could do that here. They really could. But, like, I mean, the thing is, they always make those standee thingies look way better than they need to. Like, have you seen the ones from Sonic 3? They look spectacular.
Yeah, no, but, like, there's still... The ones from Sonic 3 and 2, they didn't have as many, like, as much details as this, I would say.
The ones in 3... had a similar amount of detail. If you've seen like Shadow, like his shoe looks very detailed.
Okay, but even still, like I think it'd be cool to see this Metal on like the red carpet or something, or like at certain events.
He greets you. The problem is, if the like general public had access, some dickhead would kick it.
Well, that's why I'm saying red carpet or like, film events.
Blue carpet.
Which are usually not.
All right. Indeed. We can move along from that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Penguin. Okay.
Right.
Returning to the Super Chat mailbag, because we've got quite a few today. People have been very generous. Borger. Who read last?
Me.
Okay.
It's my time.
It is your time, Lowett.
Mr. SP3753 says, for $10, I saw a YouTube short where a supposed fan complained about a Mighty Funko Pop. Him an obscure character. Mighty was introduced before Knuckles. Kids today just don't respect their elders.
I saw that and I was like, even if Mighty was a nothing character, fuck you. He's probably somebody's favorite, If you see a character you don't know, leave him the fuck alone, man.
Well, and Funko Pops are making figurines of Greg down the street. Like, the bar is not high.
I got a confession. I genuinely actually like Funko Pops. I get gifted them sometimes. It's an easy gift to get a nerd, but I'm just like, I've got them just on my little desk. I'm like, you know what? These are fun. It's fun how they've made all these different characters fit in one art style. It's cute.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that they are so particularly hateable if not for the internet's vitriol toward them.
Exactly. It's like it's a very accessible way to get some merch from a thing that you like. And so it's going to be viewed as the most mainstream thing ever, but like fuck it, you know? If it's getting people back into having a little dealie of their favorite character on their desk, fucking that's a nice thing, you know? You got to have little dealies of
Let
guys.
the people funk. That's all. Let them funk.
Let them funk. Speaking of which, this episode is brought to you by Figgies. I'm going to put my Figgies link somewhere, but I don't know where yet. Buy Figgies. The link is in a Channel Dog video somewhere. I'll figure that out later. Okay, next super chat, Borger. It's me. It's my turn to read, okay. Mr. Terry Chaos with the £2. Thank you, Mr. Terry Chaos. A friend of mine learned the drums because of Manic. That's hard. Sonic Underground inspired someone to learn music. That's hard. Thank you, Terry.
Yeah.
All right, next one, Borger.
Penguin. KB with the $9.99 super chat. The custom avatar idea was such a cool idea, but said idea was very much wasted in Forces. I would really want them to come back. Rumble doesn't count.
I agree completely.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You've got this cool character creator, but you can only play in levels with the level design of a fucking foot. Like... I mean, it's not good, you know? Like...
No, it's not.
I agree.
The next one. Thank you, KB Borger. Ian. Is it Ian?
Mr. Yeah, it's me, I think. Mr. SP3753 for the $20 US. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Here's a poll from the ancient times. Where have Bean and Bark been the last 30 years? Ian Flynn wrote such an interesting dynamic between Bark and Amy in a one-shot a few years ago. I want to see that in a modern classic game. I agree. Like the classic comics are like a great way to get more of like Mighty, Ray, and all them as like characters, especially as, you know, they can talk and stuff. But I would love to see them like in a classic game as part of the narrative, not just like a cameo. So
it's funny, I generally prefer modern Sonic media, but when it comes to IDW, I think I genuinely prefer their little classic Sonic one-shots.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh yeah, I definitely prefer those.
All right, okay, so next up, Borger, thank you. It is your turn to read, Lowett.
This one's from KB for $2. Sega needs to acknowledge Mr. Know-It-All from SA1.
They gotta make him look like that Do the Raw kid. They just gotta make him look like a little shit, you know?
Every time I think of Mr. Know-It-All, I don't know why, I just think of that kid from the Polar Express.
True, because, I mean, that's kind of his thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I've left Metal Sonic up on screen for a while now. I'm going to turn that off. All right. Next one, Borger. KB with the $1.99 US. Thank you, KB. Thoughts on Barry the Quokka? Barry the Quokka was the one from
Better of Sonic.
Yeah, right? Like, am I right about that?
Yeah, he's like the main character.
I think they go by they them pronouns.
Yep, they do.
All right. Yeah, Barry was fun. I enjoyed Barry. Barry was kind of like the evolution of the Avatar character in a way, in that it's like a self-insert, and you could name them whatever you wanted, and that led to a very topical name that I gave them. That's probably in bad taste by today's standards. God, the years do fly by, don't they? I named them Andrew
What do you
Tate.
mean? Oh.
And at the time, it was just kind of like, oh, Andrew Tate, such a funny, stupid man. What a silly little guy. But now it's like, oh, Andrew Tate, the human trafficker. Right, okay. So
you set the bar high. I thought you were going to say something just insane. I was preparing myself.
Hey, man, a lot can
is
happen
Andrew
in
Tate
3
not
years.
kind of an insane choice? Like,
oh, it is kind of insane. Like, I would agree with that. But, you know, it is what it is, right? You did what you did.
I felt comfortable doing it back then. I don't think I'd do it today. Okay, but I'm not sorry. Okay, okay, so the next one. Let's have a look. Okay, Penguin, you're up. Borger HD.
Jono with the 10 Brazilian Royales.
There you
Kit
go.
General and Mecha Mark II kit could turn into a fun villain, while Surge, anti-hero, Jamel is just cool. And it's basically Cream's dad, Mark II, best redemption in the series, but don't let Eggman get him.
Well, Jono, I think you took Mr. Krabs' job of the most insane super chat. Cream's dad, Mark II.
It's a Cream dad's Mark II.
Where does Kit come into this?
I didn't even know Cream ever had a dad. I didn't know that was part of this. I thought she just spawned.
Well, someone had to come in vanilla. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's a perfectly
Whoa.
the fine logic.
Jesus.
Baxter, no.
We could just go by the stalk, I guess. All right, the next one. Orker. Lower. No, Ian, you're up.
Oh my goodness, Mr. DC7 with $50.
Thank you,
you.
DC7. It's very generous. Fiscally irresponsible, I'd say.
Yeah, one of my personal favorite underappreciated Sonic characters is Robotnik Jr. from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. I liked how Dr. Robotnik created an android son to carry out his legacy, but thanks to Sonic, Jr. turned over a new leaf and became a pseudo Mr. Tinker. I've never actually seen that character.
You made fun of Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. You laughed, but look, all we're doing is making our way back to it. Like, that's all we are doing 24/7 is making our way home. And you know what? I'm fine with that, because Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog is fucking hilarious. Whether it's YouTube pooped or not, whether it's Pingus or not, whether it's Pingus, it's just very funny.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. And it occasionally had some kind of nice, wholesome messages and moments and stuff.
Yeah, I still need to watch it. I haven't seen anything of it outside of the Nostalgia Critic review. So all I know is, what? Pumpkin what? What? Pumpkin? So
he's upset, but those are the reasons why I love it. All right. Well, that be the end of our story this week. Folks, the skeleton is well and truly arrived. So, Loat, what are you up to? Get chillin'.
I'm about. Oh, what am I up to right now?
Yeah.
I haven't done anything on my YouTube channel in ages, but I'm not dead, and maybe I'll return one day. We'll see what happens.
Don't you just love those relationships?
Internet exploits.
Maybe you'll see me again.
Yeah, maybe one day. We'll see. I'm here. That's good. Other than that, I'm going shopping. Maybe that's what I'm doing today.
Hell yeah! You get anything good?
It's just some groceries,
Well, like meals are you thinking of having,
Oh, who's to say? You just got to go up and down the store.
You didn't have like a meal
planned?
Nothing? No idea for what you could prep?
Probably going to thaw some chicken if I'm feeling crazy.
All
I
right.
might even too.
All right.
Who's to say?
Okay.
That's awesome.
Penguin. What are you... Penguin.
What?
What are you doing?
Hello. What? Well, currently right now I'm on the Sunset City podcast, but other than that, you can find me on Twitch. I stream a lot. Currently going for an incentive goal of playing Ratchet and Clank 1 to 100% completion. We're kind of getting near the end of that now. And obviously I do art and animation stuff over on twitter.com/FezPenguin. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Ian, what do?
Hi, I'm Ian Waffles. I don't do anything, but sometimes I appear on Sonic Comic Chaos, which is another podcast I do, and then I appear here every week, hanging out. So thanks for having me as always.
Hell yeah.
And what are you doing, pup?
I don't know.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Or sorry, Channel Dog. What are you doing?
Okay, what am I doing? Well, I did a video on the whole Sonic Rumble situation, and I've been doing some streaming recently, but I do want to get a proper new little video out tomorrow. That's my plan. I don't know what it's going to be yet. It might be about Sonic 4's Metal Sonic design. It might be about the Batman Part 2 updates. We'll see. Stay tuned. One thing I did want to quickly note is, Jorno, we weren't making fun of you, man. Don't worry about any of that. We were just kind of... It was just the idea of a Cream's Dad Mark II is just very funny wording. And
Oh, no, I love that. I
Yeah,
think that's great. And I
yeah.
do agree with the idea that, those would be cool characters to see again. I agree.
And yeah, like I wasn't even joking about punctuation. What I was joking about was Cream's Dad Mark II is just a hilarious way of wording it.
Yeah, all good,
That's
all
awesome.
Yeah. All right then. Well, that be the end of the episode. Who wants the last words?
Pingus.